DeerHunterFan.com TV is sponsored by Buck Yeah, Longhorn Fab Shop, Muddy Outdoors, Ridgerunners Guide Service, Scent Blocker, Spy Point, Steady Form, Sinclairville Seed Company, Timberland Realty, and also by these fine sponsors. Hi, I'm Brian Madison with DeerHunterFan.com TV. On this week's show, we got a lot of action for you. We're going to be jumping between Arkansas, Kansas, and New York. We had some really good opportunities over the past week and a half and filled quite a few tags. So we're going to get in with that right away. We're jumping in with Bob White.
Let's go get our steaks. 1, 2. And I didn't have to wear Dale's lucky underwear today.
Farmer's going to be happy because I talked to him just a little bit ago, and he's excited about getting meat for the freezer. He's gotten to where his hands don't work real well, so we're going to take this one in and have it all processed for him. And the first thing we're going to do is field dress it, but before you can move it here in Arkansas, you've got to tag it. So I'm going to go get my backpack and get it tagged up.
So after Bob was able to take this doe in Arkansas, he hit the road and head for Kansas and Ridgerunners Guide Service, and was going there very simply. What was on his mind was to get on some deer with his bow and start filling some tags, as he's had a pretty rough, pretty slow start to the year. He was very excited to get in Kansas and get in the stand.
My first doe here in Kansas. I come up to Kansas because Arkansas was getting pouring rain from that storm Patricia, so I've been hunting Kansas for 2-3 years now, and I've never taken a doe, but this spot had really a lot of does and the bucks weren't moving, so I decided to go ahead and take a doe, so I'm pretty excited about it. I think I heard it fall just right over there. I mean, she just went to kicking around. I think it was a pretty good shot. so I had to shoot through a bunch of limbs and stuff. But since Brian up in New York's been having some bad luck, I figured we better get something killed, you know. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes and then get down and we'll see.
There she is right there. Big deer. Well, we found her. She didn't go but 30 yards from the stand. So my first doe ever in Kansas. I've been hunting Kansas for 3 years. We've just never harvested does. This place right here was the first year I've hunted this. So and there's a lot of does here. So we just wanted to get it done, get it out of the way. The rut's right around the corner in about 2 weeks. So we just wanted to get a doe down, get it out of the way. So this time, this farm has you know, time to settle down. There is some rubs and scrapes along this old road down here, so pretty excited for my first doe. After hunting Arkansas, these does out here in Kansas are as big as the bucks back in Arkansas. So stay with us. We're going to get back out there tomorrow and see if we can't put a buck on the ground, but until then, we're just going to stay put till the rut kicks in. So, but good doe. Happy with it. All right, Charlie. Welcome to DeerHunterFan.com TV. This is just an update on how my seasons went so far. It started out really positive this spring, and I don't know if anybody else has had a season go like this. I started putting my mineral sights out. We had narrowed down the piece of property we were going to hunt this fall, pre-rut and rut, with Ridgerunners Guide Service. I spent all summer putting tree stands up, anticipating travel patterns, bush hogging trails through the CRP and getting everything lined out. But just in a split second, the whole season can go just backwards on you on what you're anticipating it to be. I was fortunate. Today is October 26th. On October 24th, I was fortunate enough to harvest a big 8 out there that I never planned on harvesting him on that day. I actually went out on that day anticipating to see some buck moving and thought there was a chance I might have an encounter with him. I got to watch him on trail camera photos all year. So, I mean, I knew he was there, but in the late part of September and early October, he started disappearing off the camera, so I figured they'd moved to their fall range. Well, now that I had everything in place, I decided to hunt the stand. And even after I was sitting in the stand, I was sitting in it backwards, filming a bean field to the south of me, watching a little buck chase a doe around and deer movement, and just happened to look around, and there he was. I mean, he was right on top of me. One of the bucks that I had real frequent pictures of, I was able to film him in the beans near the end of August. So, but then that's where it all fell apart. I was able to get my camera around. He busted me. I was able to get my camera around on him. I never hit the record button. So all the time I thought I was recording, I wasn't. He backed out, and that's probably when I should have quit. But as you do with a mature buck, no matter how long you've been hunting them, you just get that buck fever or whatever you want to call it. And I tried to salvage that last few minutes. I was able to hit my grunt call, and he actually turned around and came around to inspect me. I had a 50-yard shot. I was pretty comfortable with 50 yards. I've been using the steady form, so my normal shot went from 40 to 50 using their product, so I was really comfortable in the grouping and the way I was shooting with my steady form. So the 50-yard shot, I grunted to stop him. He never stopped. I released it anyways. Hit him a little far back, but he did run within 10 yards of me, so I could see that he was, you know, it was a pretty good stick, and he was bleeding pretty well. But never got the record button on. Hit a limb shooting him, shot him a little bit far back, and fortunately, you'll get to see at least some of the recovery and the interview with him after. It was definitely an awesome 8-point for me. So even though you work hard all summer, you're still going to have some ups and some downs, you know. And although I had worked all summer trying to put this whole thing together, it all went away in like 2 minutes. You know, the final touches all went away. But like I always say, it doesn't matter the size of the horns or the length of the beard, you can't kill them from the couch. So we'll go back out. The rut's about to kick in. I get to get behind the camera now. So we'll see if I can't get it right, just operating the camera and not trying to pull my bow back too. So, but it was still a lot of fun, and that just shows you when you're filming yourself, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. And I mean, you really have to work at it, and things can go wrong. So stay with us. I hope you enjoy this week's episode and enjoy the little footage I was able to gather. But thanks for watching DeerHunterFan.com TV. I'm Bob Weiber with DeerHunterFan.com TV, and this is Glenn from Ridgerunners Guide Service, and this is the kind of bucks they turn out. Everything can go bad sometimes. This morning I couldn't get the camera on the deer. I hit a limb, had a flat tire, but even though everything went bad right out of the gate, we were able to find him. Glenn, how far did he go?
100 yards.
100 yards. So if you guys want to kill a big buck, call Glenn. Go to ridgerunnersguideservice.com or go to our pro staff page and click on the link. And these are the bucks you'll kill out here in Kansas.
Look at that deer. It is a great buck, and it just gets us even more fired up to get down there and get in a tree stand. We're going to jump in now with a hunt that I had actually just days before all that took place in New York. And I ran into a buck that from last season, you might remember him. His name's Splitsy. Had no trail cam pictures of him this year, and it wasn't even sure if he was still around. Well, I found out that he's still around.
Meh. Twice. I don't know how I shot over top of him. He was 40 yards. He shot for 40 yards. Second buck I've shot over top of this season. I'm not sure what he was, but he was nice. He was nice. He was really tall, had good mass. That was a nice buck. Well, he ducked my arrow. Makes me feel a little better, but at the same point I'm still kicking myself because why wasn't I aiming for his heart? Instead of aiming high lung shot, I need to be aiming for the top of the heart at that distance. By the way, I'm pretty sure that was Splitsy. I haven't seen him since last year, about this time of year. When I filmed him, we were hunting about 50 yards down that way, and he was about 100 yards up this ridge. And then I got some trail cams of him later on in the season. I haven't gotten any pictures of him this year,
That's going to wrap up this week's show. Next week's show, we're going to jump in with Ben Sample in New York as he filled a couple of tags on the same morning. So I'm Brian Madison with Deer Hunter Fan TV. I'll see you next time. DeerHunterFan.com TV is sponsored by Buck Yeah, Longhorn Fab Shop, Muddy Outdoors, Ridgerunners Guide Service, Scent Blocker, Spy Point, Steady Form, Sinclairville Seed Company, Timberland Realty, and also by these fine sponsors.